Hello, hello, hello. What's up? It's your girl, Twan the Mystic from housemystic.com. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, what's up? I'm Twan the Mystic. So, in today's reading, of course, Eli's in the background. Yes, in today's reading, we are talking all about how to quantum jump into your highest timeline and how to get there and all that good stuff. So go ahead and light your candles, light your incense, and light your blunts because we're about to get real deep with this reading. If you love deep, accurate, and insightful readings, definitely keep watching and definitely hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're updated every single time I drop something new. Okay, so go ahead and pick the picture or the number you feel the most drawn to and go to the corresponding timestamps in my description or my comment section, and I will see you at your timestamp. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you that chose pile number 1, let's get into your reading about how to quantum jump into your highest timeline. Okay, so first we're going to be talking about where you're at right now. Then we're going to be talking about, we're talking about where you're at right now, what your highest timeline looks like, and then how to get there. Okay? So let's get into it. And also, let me just say before I start, if you're interested in booking a reading, joining the Mystic Collective with where I do my daily collective readings and I have other exclusive content on there. Definitely go ahead and go to the links in my description. And yep, let's get into it. All right, so now we're just going to be talking about where you are right now. Okay, so we have the fighters. I fight my resistance to accepting the dualities of life. The lustful. I embrace my individuality and sexuality as sacred gifts. And then the nurturer. I deserve to feel nurtured because I give care to those I cherish. Okay, so very interesting because the nurturer and the lustful feel more related than the fighters. So where you're at right now, you may be in the process of maybe trying to, especially because this is 4 or 5. So it's funny because when I looked at the time, it was 2, 3, 4, and then we have 4 or 5. So I feel like currently where like the timeline you're in right now, you may be feeling like you have to fight. Like I keep hearing, all my life I had to fight. Like it's giving that you feel like you have to fight to get what you want, because this lustful card is making me think like there's a lot of things you want in life, and maybe you even want that lust for life again and to live a life that just feels like juicy and just like orgasmic, or like just I don't know, just I was gonna say savory. Is that something that you would describe for your life or whatever? I don't know, but I feel like you are wanting to create a life where you are not having to fight. Like you want a softer life. It's given that you want a softer life where you don't feel like you're fighting for everything. You're not just like things aren't just hard all the time. So yes, that could be where you're at right now. Oh wait, no. Actually, so I'm trying to remember. Did I? Well, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to remember what order I did for the cards. Okay. So yeah, these are also a part of like where you're at right now. All right. Loyalty, trusting, believing, reliability, believing. Exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. And intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. That's funny because it's like lustful right here. So maybe even you want your love life to be a little better because maybe you don't have an intimate connection with anyone, or maybe you are with someone but there's long distance or something like that, or you just don't feel connected to anyone at all, or connected to your work or something like that. But I feel like you're currently in a space where you're wanting to feel more connected to your work. You maybe want more connection in your romantic relationship, or if you don't have one, you want a intimate relationship where there's loyalty. I also feel like, especially with nurturer here, I feel like you are someone that nurtures a lot of people. You do for a lot of people, and maybe right now you're wanting more of that in your own life, where you are being nurtured because you nurture so many people. You're like, okay, I want to be nurtured as well. I want someone to take care of me. I want someone to love on me, or or even if you're not nurturing a bunch of people, it's still like maybe you're like by yourself constantly, or like you're single, something like that. But it seems like you're in a space where you're wanting to feel more nurtured by people, maybe even by the universe, because you're feeling like you're always having to fight. You're always having to fight. Okay, so now we're about to see what your highest timeline looks like. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles, this is a great card because it's making me, or it's letting me know that with your highest timeline, you are finding balance between work and your personal life, because with feeling possibly like you always have to fight, it mean like for some of you guys it may mean that you're always at work, you're always doing something to make ends meet, you're always on the go, like you're just always having to focus on work. And with Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to be finding balance between the two, like balance between work and your personal life. Oh, Nine of Swords. Yes. So Nine of Swords being here definitely makes me think like your highest timeline is you not having to worry about money. You being able to create a life and a lifestyle where it's like maybe your bills are on auto pay or something, or like, you're just not having to fight for, I keep hearing that's Foo Fighters, isn't it? No, is that Foo? No, that's not Foo Fighters. That the guy that's in Foo Fighters was in this group, the Beastie Boys. Yes, the Beastie Boys. I think the guy, from the Beastie Boys, he ended up creating Foo Fighters. Anyway, so I'm hearing that song, You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party. Am I showing my age? You gotta fight for your life, or for your right to party. Okay. But yeah. So, let me know if y'all know that song in the comments. But anywho, yes, I feel like, of course, I got interrupted, but I feel like, because I think I said something about loyalty, but I feel like in this timeline, you, in your highest timeline, what it looks like, it's like it's like you have more faith in the universe that you are cared for. You are taken care of. You are always taken care of. That's what I'm getting with this loyalty card. Like in this timeline, you're always taken care of by the universe, but it's also giving someone you can lean on, because maybe, like I said, you are maybe always by yourself. Maybe you're always having to nurture other people. But in your highest timeline, you have a team. You have people you can depend on. You have a loyal partner. You have loyal friends. You have, like, there's loyal, I was about to say clients. Okay. Loyal clients, loyal customers. But it could also be like, loyal connections, loyal alliances, things like that. All right, so Six of Wands, yes. So that's great, because in your highest timeline, it's like you're successful. You're successful in your highest timeline, of course. And you are successfully able to create maybe some type of empire, some type of just like able to create some type of successful career with your passions, because the wands make me think of passion. Well, they're associated with passion, so um this this is definitely making me think that your highest timeline looks like a like experiencing success with some type of passion of yours, maybe multiple passions. And then my phone just lit up. So yeah, maybe multiple passions of yours, but yeah, being successful in those areas of life. Or I said in those areas of life. Well, yeah, in that area of life. But then also it's making me think of relationship as well, because maybe, like I said, you've been experiencing a lack of passion or something. Well, I don't think I said that, but you may be experiencing a lack of passion in your life, like your love life, and that's part of your highest timeline as well, where you are living this like life where you do have this romantic, passionate relationship. Okay? But yes, a lot of people are cheering you on in this highest timeline because of some success that you have created in a passion, with some type of passion of yours. Okay? So, yeah. All right, so now we're going to be talking about how to get there, how to get to this highest timeline. Oh, so we have energy vampires, draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords. So maybe you're connected to certain people right now that are not the best. Maybe they're energy vampires or something like that. But it could also just be like thoughts, certain beliefs that you have, because like I said, some of you may have a belief that you just have to fight for everything, because maybe in life you kind of had to, because maybe certain things didn't just come easy, or you experienced seeing like your parents or your siblings or whoever, people in authority, like struggle or have to fight for certain things, and had to fight for certain things, and you adopted that same belief, and then your life kind of mirrored it. So that's how you've just lived your life. But yes, it's time to release certain beliefs that make you feel as if you have to fight. Look, gaslight, reality distortion, emotional manipulation, question insanity, you're imagining things. And that makes me think like with the energy vampire, because I think you're someone that sees a lot of signs, and maybe you've even done your own type of done your own type of manifestation work, where you're telling yourself like, oh, I'm living in my wealthiest timeline. But maybe sometimes you have a hard time believing it, because you're like, well, I mean, in my life I had to fight to get just this amount of money, so what makes me think I'd be able to get this amount of money? Or maybe even with love, if it's not necessarily money, it can even be love, where you've experienced a lot of just bullshit ass relationships, and it makes you think like, can I actually manifest a loyal, intimate relationship that's long term, that will actually be successful, even though I've experienced like 5 to 7 terrible relationships? I don't know. But yes, I feel like how to get to this next timeline is to stop gaslighting yourself and saying like, oh yeah, what I want is not possible. Like, it is. It actually is. And the fact that you even want it, it just shows that there's another you on a different timeline, or there's a you on a different timeline this highest timeline that already has it. And that's why you want it, because your soul knows that's possible. Okay, so yeah, stop gaslighting yourself, because that's draining your energy. Secret admirer, hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. Okay, so well, one, this makes me think of like hidden talents. There's a need to tap into hidden talents, or there's something that you do already, but you kind of like, you don't promote yourself enough, you don't give it enough attention, you don't believe in yourself or something, or you don't always shoot your shot for whatever these things are. You don't always shoot your shot, and spirit wants you to shoot your shot. Okay, sugar coated, sweet but deceptive words, empty compliments, hidden insults, too good to be true. So yeah, this too good to be true definitely makes me think of like literally how you want these certain things, and you just be like, nah, that's too good to be true. I don't even know if that's possible for me. And spirit's like, yes it is, and how to get there is by no longer telling yourself, oh, this is too good to be true, this is too good to be true, or I don't know if this is even possible. Like, stop telling yourself that. Okay, all right, so some stuff from the bowl of answers that can also tell us how to get to this, how you can get to this highest timeline. Okay, this one's blank, so it's making me think of like a clean slate, like a releasing everything you've been taught, releasing everything that felt or that you thought was true. Okay, and then we have make the effort. So make the effort, that makes me think of like well, okay, because multiple things coming to mind. So make the effort definitely makes me think of like because effort, of course, put in work with something that maybe you've been wanting to do or something like that, but it's also making me think of make the effort as far as like with changing your mindset, so that you're not, because I feel like you're someone that works and you do a lot, but it's like, and that's not the case. Like, it's not that you don't have no work ethic. I mean, it's more so your mind. So make the effort to switch up your mindset. Yeah, look, we have let go of the past. See? And we have January. So January could be significant with like maybe some of this stuff manifesting. Yeah, maybe January could be significant for some of this stuff manifesting. Maybe you're born in January, but it also makes me think of like Capricorn energy and Aquarius energy, and how it's ruled by Saturn. And maybe you've experienced a lot of like Saturn transits, or maybe you're Saturn ruled or something like that, and life has been a little tough on you. But I feel like maybe it's important to look at the lessons of these things, and don't let it be something that's like makes you feel like, okay, everything's too good to be true, that it's life just has to be hard and that's just what it is. No, that's not what it is. Oh, and I look at the time, it's 2:55. It's not what it is. It's just that you did experience some hard things, but everything in life does not always have to be hard. Okay? And of course, the whatever that is, the lawnmower, leaf blower, whatever that is, comes on. But yeah, I feel like things don't always have to be hard, and maybe yes, you've experienced a lot of limitations, but you have the ability to move past that. And then we have September. So you could be born in September. September could be significant for when some of these things come in, or when they can't, like, was the beginning of this coming in or whatever. Because right now I'm making this and it's November. So, yeah. So I'm going to pull one more. Okay, and Cancer. Okay, we have all these signs. So Cancer, full moon in Cancer could be significant, because I did talk about Capricorn. So yeah, full moon in Cancer could be significant. That's during Capricorn season. You could be a cardinal sign. Cardinal sign seasons could be significant for when some of these timelines begin to unfold or whatever. But yes, I definitely feel that in order to manifest your highest timeline, it's important to look past limiting beliefs. That's how you get to your highest timeline. Okay, pile number 1. So if this reading resonated with you, let me get a fire emoji because I feel like you're manifesting a life that's like fun and fiery and spicy and exciting. Okay? So yes. What else was I gonna say? That was your reading, pile number 1. If you feel called to tip me, if you want to follow me on social media, if you want to join the Mystic Collective for exclusive daily collective readings, exclusive pick a cards, and other exclusive content, that information is below. What else? Oh yes. I've been starting to sell my art again. So yes, support your girl, support my art. The links to my artwork is below. Yes, and that would mean the world to me if you got an art piece from me. All right. So yes, like I said, that information is below. Okay. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you that chose pile number 2, let's get into your reading all about how to quantum jump into your highest timeline. Okay, so first we're going to talk about where you are now. Then we're going to talk about what your highest timeline looks like, and then how to get there. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, if you are interested in booking a reading, joining the Mystic Collective, where I post exclusive pick-a cards, daily collective readings, things like that. That information is below. If you want to buy my art, that information is below as well. Okay, so yeah. All right, so what was I saying again? Oh yeah, so where you're at right now. The inspiration. I allow inspiration to fill me so I can inspire others. The storyteller. I have the right to speak because I listen when others speak. And then the mentor. I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders. So right now, you could be in the... Okay, so had to take a little break. But we're back. So with these cards coming out, I feel like what's going on with you right now, the timeline you're in right now, I think you're already maybe into things having to do with like manifestation, scripting, quantum jumping, timeline shifting. You're probably already into things like that, because mentor makes me think it doesn't always have to be a person like that you know personally. It could just be like the content you're getting into, the books you're reading, the things you're doing to help with changing your mindset. I feel like you are changing. Yeah, you're in the process of changing your mindset, and that could be why this reading kind of stood out to you, because you were already into trying to figure out how to shift your timeline or whatever. So yeah, with inspiration and storyteller, this could be a time where you're just feeling inspired to really take action. And it could be because like your intuition, like you've been changing your mindset, and now your intuition's like, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that. And I feel like you are really changing. I think that's the best way to describe it, that you're really changing your mindset and you're inspired because you've already been in the process of figuring out how to shift into a new timeline. Um, so yeah, let's see what else. Mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. Yes. And maybe you already know about that concept of the mirror, where it's like knowing that what you feel internally, that's what's usually being mirrored back to you. Okay? So I feel, yeah, right now that you are just getting hip on how to change your timeline and realizing like how your thoughts and beliefs really mirror your reality. Open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. So I feel like you're open to learning right now. Like I said, it could be some content that you're getting into, but it could actually be a person. Maybe you've recently decided to work with someone that, like, to have them as your mentor. Or it could be, like I said, the type of things that you're consuming, like the content and things like that you're consuming, like, is really having like, you're being open to it, and you're seeing how it's affecting your reality. Oh, shoot. Ooh, and then we have karmic relationship. Okay, so, in my opinion, it depends on, because I feel like, especially if you have Saturn in your 7th house, or you're Saturn ruled, or got a lot of Saturn things going on in your chart, all of your relationships are most likely karmic. But karmic doesn't always have to be like a negative thing, in my opinion. I feel like karmic relationships can also be almost like soul contracts. So I feel like for some of you guys right now, you are getting in touch with people that are almost like mentors, people that kind of like teach you lessons that kind of mirror back to you what you're putting out there. And maybe you're like wondering, like, oh, this person's acting like this person's acting like this, why is this person acting like this towards me, or why is this happening with this relationship? And oftentimes, well, not every time, because sometimes, anyway, but I feel like something's being mirrored back to you, whether it's like something that's within you, like a personality trait, or it could be like shadow things about yourself. So yeah, you could be coming into contact with people that like you really admire, they really inspire you, they really and it don't even have to be like you're talking to them, but maybe you're seeing their content and the things that they're posting resonate with you, and it inspires you to change your mindset and stuff like that. But it could also be that you're seeing things where it's like it's showing certain things that you may have that's unresolved within you, or it could be a certain shadow trait of yours being mirrored back to you to kind of teach you or show you like, oh geez, okay, this could be because of the story I keep telling myself, or this could be because I have some unresolved things still within me, or it could be because I be feeling like this is what I deserve, like there's something going on with that right now. Okay, so now let's see what your new timeline looks like. Okay, Ace of Swords. Yes, like you're realizing your mind has a major effect on your reality. Your mind and your, like, the way that you speak, the story that you tell yourself. You're realizing like how much of an effect it has on your reality, and you're like, okay, yeah, let me change it. Let me get myself together. Let me, so I definitely feel like you're changing that, or that is changed. And it could also be you being an inspiration to others. Like it says over here, I allow inspiration to fill me so I can inspire others. Like I feel like in this highest timeline, you're an inspiration for others, and maybe like a storyteller yourself and a mentor to others, where you are able like to help people that were once like you, that was realizing like, okay, I have this narrative about myself and about my life, and it's not the best one, so I keep manifesting like these crazy situations, or these situations I don't like. Yeah, like you're becoming a mentor for people like that, that want to change their life and lifestyle, because okay. So anywho, so yeah, I feel like you're meant to be like a teacher for other people, an inspiration for other people, and that's right. That's why right now you're being inspired to level up, and to, that's why I also feel like it's not just people that are reflecting negative things to you. I think it's also people that are reflecting positive things for you, because it's just showing you like, if that person can do that, you can do it too. And you are, and then in this highest timeline, you are an inspiration for other people's that's thinking like, oh, if they can do it, I can do it too. Get it? Okay. So 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, well, one, this is making me think like being an inspiration for your family. Yeah. Because people in your family are going to ask how you did it, because I feel like you maybe are a little different, and you kind of took your own path and didn't follow the same path as like the people in your family and stuff like that. So I do feel that, yeah, you're going to be someone that they look up to, even the ones that are older than you. But then it also makes me think like a social media following, like an audience. In your highest timeline, you are someone with like an audience, like people that really love the things that you have to say, whether it's like, well, yeah, it's like some form of storytelling that you inspire people with. So it could be like through writing a book, it could be through music, it could be through a podcast, it could be through YouTube videos. It's something like about the things that you have to say that definitely inspire other people to that, like, it inspires them and it motivates them, and it like does something to their mind. Okay? And then you also have, yes, 5 of Pentacles reversed. So with 5 of Pentacles being reversed, it's definitely giving that this highest timeline, you have overcome a lot of obstacles. You have overcome a lot of obstacles, maybe things that have to do financially, like financial obstacles, but it's also making me think like mental obstacles, where, you know, you got out of like a mental prison, or out of like a poverty mindset, out of a lack mentality, something like that, because of the stories that you tell yourself. Okay, I don't know what's up with this reading, but I've been having to take a lot of breaks. But something came to mind while I was taking this break, because these little stickers that Eli put on the wall. But one was a taxi, and then one was a car. And, well, I mean, clearly they're both cars, but one's like a taxi cab, and then one was like a regular car. So it makes me think that another thing with this new timeline is that maybe if you've been having car issues, it's like in this timeline, you don't have car issues. You have a car. Your car is dependable. Maybe you have like a really, really nice car. Maybe you used to take Ubers all the time, or Lyfts, or something like that. Or you always had to ask people for a lift or something. And now you have your own car, and maybe you're doing a lot of like traveling, maybe traveling in connection with some of these things that I listed. But I do feel like there's going to be a lot more movement for you in this new timeline, where you are you are inspiring others. I don't know, and So I definitely feel like this is my pile that's like content creators, entrepreneurs, or something. Not saying that you have to be, but this is definitely giving someone that's in like some type of position where other people are looking up to you and seeing like what you're doing, especially through social media, and you inspire other people. Okay, so now let's see what this how to get to this timeline. Okay? Friend zone. Big break. Okay. So with friend zone, that says platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends like a sibling to me. Even though that's talking about friend zone, I feel like this is talking in this scenario. I feel like with how to get to this highest timeline, I feel like spirit is wanting you to maybe talk more on social media, maybe. Like there may be a need to talk more on social media or network more. But I just keep seeing the number 333, and I know the one I made has to do with like networking and talking to people more, more expressing yourself. So for a lot of you guys, this is spirit saying like make friends with people because it'll greatly benefit your career. So if you are like a content creator, business owner, this could be a good time or to like go to networking events or to connect with the people that follow you on social media more, maybe go live more. I'm also hearing streaming, something like that. But I feel like that will deeply benefit your career, with making friends with people, especially people that you look up to, making friends with them because they will be dropping gems on you all the time. Okay? Collaboration I think is also a good thing for you to get into this timeline. All right, look, bag secured, achieving goals, mission accomplished, financial stability, got it locked. And then we have cuffing season, temporary relationship, seasonal companionship, short-term warmth until spring. So, this is making me think of like short-term goals and long-term goals. How to get to this next timeline, this highest timeline, is to set short-term goals and long-term goals, because there's some short-term goals that you can create that will help you to get to this highest timeline. But there's also, to maintain this lifestyle that you want, there may be some things that you have to do to create long-term wealth and stability and things like that, especially if you are a business owner or a content creator or whatever. Spirit is wanting you to find ways to create short-term goals and long-term goals, and there's some things that you can do right now that can help with creating stability now. But there's also a need to come up with plans to help with creating longevity, so that this isn't just short term. Okay. And I'm also hearing that for some of you guys, how to get on this highest timeline is to realize that something is meant to be short term. Like for some of you guys, maybe you're not fully working for you're not fully working for yourself right now, and maybe you're doing like some jobs on the side or something like that. Spirit wants you to know that that is meant to just be temporary, because you're meant to have this big turning point with your career where you're on this highest timeline. Or even if like it is something having to do with working for a company, it could be that maybe currently you're working somewhere where you're like, I don't like this. Spirit is like, this is temporary because the position is about to open up for you to work at that dream job. Or what else was I about to say? Or even with, damn, I lost my train of thought. But there's something coming for you. But or if you're just already working at a job where you're like, I like this job, it is definitely giving that the position that you're in is temporary and you're about to move up in the company. But there's some type of big break coming here that's leading you to this highest timeline because of the fact that you've been aligning yourself with the right people. You've been changing your mindset. You've been telling yourself a new story, whatever the case may be. And it's creating this new timeline. Okay? So yeah, let's see. So I feel like I know this part is supposed to be like how to get there, but I feel like you've already been doing this. Do that thing that you keep thinking about. Didn't I? Yeah. So, yeah. Of course. All right. So then we have Cancer. Some of you guys could be a Cancer. Some of you guys could be a cardinal sign. So Cancer, Libra. Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Aries. Cancer season could be significant this past Cancer season or next Cancer season or even full moon in Cancer that we have coming up. This is a timeless reading, but we do have full moon in Cancer happening in Capricorn season. So, yep. 7 Rings. That's funny. 7 Rings by Ariana Grande, and she's a Cancer. That's funny. But she literally has a song or in this song she says, I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. So like, just, telling yourself that story. If I want something, it's mine. I want it, I got it. Like believing in that ability to draw things into you. Okay, Gift and a Curse, and by Meg Thee Stallion, and in this song she's talking her shit. Okay, in this song, and she is basically talking about how she knows her worth. So I feel like that's you, like knowing that's meant to be you, like knowing your worth, understanding your worth, and trusting and believing that what you want is worth it. Or not, well, yeah, worth going after. Okay, September could be significant about making or when some of this stuff will open up. Maybe you could be a Virgo or a Libra with this September energy, or maybe this was the beginning of the timeline shift, like during Virgo season or Libra season. So let go of the past. Okay, so another thing on how to get to this timeline is really letting go of the past. Maybe there was something significant about September, something that happened in September, and now you are, or Spirit wants you to let go of that so that you can step onto this new timeline. First by Ken the Man. And she's talking her ish in that song too. And basically she bigging herself up in that song. If you know that song where she's like, he was used to effing with an average, then he ran into the total package. He used to mess with girls who ain't have ish. I'm that first bad bitch. Okay? So, yeah, I feel like, just being confident in yourself. That's how you get there, like, and seeing yourself as this, like, bomb person and this, like, amazing artist, amazing content creator, amazing whatever you do. And to, like, actually, like, know deep down in your heart that that's you. Because when you see the value in yourself and your work, it's like other people see it too. October. So yeah, September, October. So something could have been significant about September and October that really brought began to open this new timeline or something. Because maybe you were setting intentions in September and was just like, okay, I'm stepping into the new timeline, blah, 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 blah. And then, And Spirit's like, okay. Oh, we have pregnancy. So this doesn't have to be, like actual pregnancy. It could be more so like you giving birth to a new life. And letting go of the past. So we have 666, family, home, harmony, marriage, luxury. Keep your thoughts about money positive. See? The stories that you tell yourself. All right, someone wants to be more than friends. That's funny because we have friend zone and then someone wants to be more than friends. So this could be significant. Maybe there is someone that will want to be more than friends. But this is making me think like getting closer to people that you admire. Oh wait, I said that already. Said that. Okay, Taurus. So Taurus, this is making me think of like holding your vision. Holding your vision, sticking with your plans, just being real stubborn about what you want. So I feel like you're already working on this. And that's probably how you landed on this reading. On shifting into the new timeline. But yeah, Spirit is saying don't waver. Don't waver. Hold your vision about whatever that vision is that you have for yourself. Hold your vision and don't waver and you will manifest it. Okay? And then it also makes me think of how Taurus energy is associated with like resources and kind of like speaking things into existence. So, keep saying those affirmations, keep listening to those subliminal message meditations, all the work that you've already been doing. Spirit is saying keep doing it, okay? So, pile number 2, that was your reading. If it resonated with you, let me get some money emojis in the comments because of this bag secured. Because I definitely feel like you're securing a major bag in this new timeline, okay? So yeah, if you would like to book a reading with me, if you would like to tip me, if you would like to join the Mystic Collective for exclusive daily collective readings, exclusive pick a cards, other exclusive content, that information is below. And let's see what else. Oh yes, guys, I've been putting my art back out there again. So support your girl with my art. I'd really appreciate it if you guys got a piece or 2 or 5. I would love that. So yes, that information is below. I hope you have a great rest of the day and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace. Hello. Those of you that chose pile number 3, let's get into your reading all about how to quantum jump into your highest timeline. So basically we're going to be talking about first we're going to talk about where you are now, then we're going to talk about how your highest timeline looks, and then we're going to talk about how to get there, okay? So yes, and also let me let you know if you want to book me for a reading, you want to tip me, you want to join the Mystic Collective for exclusive pick a cards, daily collective readings, other exclusive content, that information is below, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. So where you are right now. We have the Protector. I respect people's boundaries and require the same from them. The Creator. I love playing the wonder-filled game of life creatively. And then we have the Summoner. I ask for what I want because I deserve to get it. So with those cards, I feel like where you are right now, like the timeline you're in right now, you maybe are getting, because we have Creator, Summoner, Protector, is making me think that you're you're already in the process of creating something. You're a creator. You could have been drawn to another pile. You probably are already in the process of like creating this new timeline. But with Protector, Creator, and Summoner, I feel like Have you been in hermit mode? Some of you guys could have been in hermit mode. Maybe staying to yourself more, not really telling people what you got going on. Not really. Yeah, it's giving like you've been in hermit mode. You've been in hermit mode. Yeah, you're yeah, it's giving that you're in hermit mode or something like that, or you've just been like working behind the scenes. Yeah, I don't know why I keep hearing it's real quiet for you, but not in like in a bad way, as in like you don't got no emotion or something like that, but more so like you've been, I just keep hearing working behind the scenes. So a lot of people don't know what you got going on. Oh, and then my phone just lit up. Okay. So a lot of people don't really know what you got going on. But you've been, I don't know, working on something behind the scenes, and maybe even kind of like what I said in another pile, it's like you have like some type of passion project or something. I don't know. But it's giving that you're working on something that maybe you haven't told anyone about, or there's like certain things that's kind of like brewing that you haven't told people about. I don't know. It's something like that. But you've been doing a lot of something behind the scenes. But I also feel like it has something to do with like the inner work that you've been doing. And that's why certain things are about to just start exploding for you in this new timeline in a good way, because you've already been doing some type of inner work. Okay, so we have talking. That's funny that we'd have talking and I said something about it's quiet for you. So interested, awaiting messages, text, calls, emails, talking more. And for some reason, even though this is talking about talking more, I feel like who you're talking to is like your spirit guides, your ancestors, things like that. And like you've been getting real quiet because you're like, okay, spirit, what should I be doing next? What's the best move for me to make next? And I feel like that's who you're talking to. I don't feel like it's maybe there's a select few that you're sharing some of these things with, and you're letting in on some of your plans, but I feel like there's like a talk that you're having with spirit and your spirit guides and stuff like that, which is helping to lead you to this timeline. Yeah, look, withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. Thank you, spirit, because I'm like, nah, I'm still sensing that quietness. So yeah, I feel like you're talking to your guides. Maybe you've been doing a lot of praying. You've been doing a lot of like, just, yeah, things behind the scenes or something like that. It's a lot more consulting with your spirit guides or a select few about the decisions that you're making right now. But yeah, I keep hearing it's quiet for you. It's quiet for you. Girl with the snake. Thank you, spirit. Charmed or used. Enable and boundaries. Yeah, see, I respect people's boundaries and I require the same from them. Yes, and then it says boundaries. So yeah, I definitely feel like you've been maybe keeping quiet about what you got going on. Not really telling people what you got going on or something like that. But you are manifesting things in a big way. And with this saying charmed, is making me think that like, kind of like with this card summoner, I feel like you're summoning a lot of things into you, and that's why you're not telling people what you got going on, because like they may try to speak fear into your plans or project onto you or something like that. So you've been deciding to do more like things behind the scenes, or like I said, only telling select few people what you got going on, just so you're able to, I don't know, just not have these people projecting onto you. Okay, so let's see what this highest timeline looks like for you. So we have Ace of Wands. So the fact that Ace of Wands, this is kind of, it's almost looking like this card with this girl with the snake and then the Ace of Wands. They kind of look alike. So yes, they kind of look alike. So it's making me think that this new timeline is you summoning things towards you, where you speak things into existence. You wave your little wand and then it comes. And I feel like I don't know why I keep thinking like you're not talking about it. I mean, and if you are talking about it, it's with the people that are like-minded. And maybe that's what's happening here. Like your circle's getting smaller, or the people that you tell things to is getting smaller or something like that. But of course that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing for you. It's just that you're realizing like, yeah, maybe there's like certain people you're deciding to cut off, or there's certain people you're deciding to maybe you've cut off, or you're just being in contact with more like-minded people, I feel like. And then we have Five of Swords reversed. And then we also have 10 of Wands reversed. So yeah, I wonder if with 10 of Wands reversed, it has to do with, I'm sorry, Eli just never stops talking, but 10 of Wands reversed, it's making me think that you are releasing drama from your life. If there's certain people that just like, I don't know, like they're just always on that fearful stuff, or they're always like Eli, like just always talking and being like, oh, I don't, like just always speaking fears into your plans. Not saying Eli speaks fears into anyone's plans, but you know, maybe it's just people that just, I don't know, like they're just always constantly projecting or something. It's something like that. You're deciding to like keep them out of your business. Yeah, so you're keeping people out of like your business. Like maybe you're just more private about things in this new timeline. I mean, if you are talking to people about things, it's like people that see the vision. It's people that have that are like-minded individuals. But yeah, I see you like this new timeline, this highest timeline. There's less drama. There's like more peace or something. And I think it's because your circle's smaller, or there's only a select few that know what's going on with you. Yeah. Let's see what else. I actually want to pull. I didn't do this for any of the other piles, but I actually want to pull. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Like you are. I just keep hearing like you're being more private, not really letting people know what you got going on until it happens. You're not telling people your plans, your business, or something like that. But it's like, I don't know, it's like you're manifesting, and it's so funny because I keep pausing and there's like long silences, but yeah, I think that's what's going on with you. You're going to be I feel like you're going to be more silent. That's the best way I can put it. More silent, like manifesting things kind of behind the scenes, and then just popping up, and people are like, well, how the hell did pile 3 do that? How did they manifest this? Like, it's almost making me think of someone that like just pops up engaged, and people are gonna be like, what the hell? like trying to do math, trying to do the math. But then the math not mathing because they're just like, okay, pile three, they're engaged, but I don't even remember them saying they were dating anyone. I don't even remember them saying they were dating anyone. I don't remember them, saying they were pregnant or saying they were moving or saying they was doing this. I don't remember them saying any of that. And then you just pop up like, yeah. So I feel like in this new timeline, it's you randomly engaged or randomly pregnant or randomly like experiencing some type of major lifestyle upgrade or all of those things, and people are just kind of trying to do the math like, when did pile 3 get from here to here? How the hell did they do that? Yeah, look, King of Pentacles. People are going to wonder how you got to this stable place in your life, but then also how did you get with that person? When did you get pregnant? When did you get engaged? When did you... The math ain't mathing. Like, how long has this been going on? Like, something like that. But we have Judgment as well, which makes me think that there's like something that happens with your life that no one saw coming because you were very silent about it. Like, as the pieces were like falling into place, and people are just gonna be like, what? What? How? When? Where? What? I definitely think people are going to be shook about your transformation, because this withdrawn thing just definitely makes me think that a lot of things that you do or that's going on in your life is very much behind the scenes. And a lot of things were like falling into place for you. But in this new timeline, it's like all of these things have been made manifest, or they're like growing or something. And yeah, people are going to be trying to do the math. Okay, so how do you get to this new or to this high timeline? We have deep fake, blind date. Okay, so with this deep fake, I feel like I don't know why I keep hearing confuse the enemy. And I'm just wondering if some of you guys were low key under, like, I hate to say this, but like under spiritual attack or something like that. So that's maybe why you had to kind of start being more private about things, because every time you noticed that every time maybe you were like putting your business out there, well, maybe not your business, but you were being more public about things, it's like people would come out of the woodwork trying to sabotage it, or they're gossiping, or they're trying to do something to ruin your reputation or ruin what you got going on. So you realize like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna start keeping my mouth shut about things, because I don't need people projecting. I don't need people gossiping or putting in their 2 cents or whatever. So you just left it private or whatever. So yeah, you've been kind of confusing the enemy, or that's what you need to do, confuse the enemy by just like keeping your mouth shut, being private, not putting everything on social media, not telling everybody your business, things like that. Wake up call, spiritual awakening, sudden clarity, urgent awareness, can't ignore anymore. And that's funny because the Judgment card is associated with a wake up call, like a spiritual awakening. So I feel like maybe there was something that, or maybe there's something that's happening or has happened that made you realize like, yeah, I should just kind of keep certain things to myself until they're manifested, or until I make my final decision, or until this is this or that is that. Like you've made that decision to be more quiet. I don't know, or maybe this is your call to just be more behind the scenes with things and just Yeah, and that's not to say you can't post your accomplishments or your think certain things, but maybe don't tell people things or announce things till it's fully manifested. Does that make sense? Okay, so we have Photoshop. That's funny that we have deep fake and then Photoshopped because this says fake perfection. And then blind date. Yeah, I don't know why the example I keep getting is something having to do with dating someone. And then the fact that this says blind, and I feel like, blind date. But I feel like some of you guys have been dating someone on the low. Some of you guys have been dating someone on the low, and I feel like this person is going to be in your highest timeline as well. And this may be something that like goes all the way, because I keep hearing Teenage Dream by Katy Perry when she's like, let's go all the way tonight, no regrets, just love. And people are going to be like, well, how long has this been going on? And literally you've been dating this person for mad long, and people just didn't know. Like that could be it. Or you've been working on something for mad long, or like there's something that's just been behind the scenes for super long, or that, yeah. And you popping out, and I feel like you're already doing what you should do to get into this timeline, because I think you've already realized certain things where you're like, okay, I can't tell these people, I can't really do this, I can't, well, not in like you restricting yourself, but just realizing that people be hating, people be trying to sabotage, so just kind of keeping certain things to yourself. So yeah, let's see what else as far as how to bring about your highest timeline. September, that's funny, we have September and we have Virgo, and Virgo season is most of September, so Virgo season could be significant. Maybe something about this past Virgo season was significant, or something like that. 1, 2, 3, making progress, moving on to the next level. Moving to the next level, moving on, taking action. So yeah, I feel like you've been making progress with something or someone, like on the low. I don't know what that is. It's almost making me think too, like someone that is working out all winter, and you don't, like, we're not showing off our body as much in wintertime, and then summer pops or not pops off, but comes around, and then you looking mad good, and people are just like, wait, what? But it's like you've been working out all winter. Like it's something like that, okay, where you've been putting in work, and it's almost giving like overnight success. But it's not even that the shit is overnight, is that you've been doing the work. You've been doing little projects here and there. You've been promoting yourself. You've been putting out your resume. You've been doing something, and then there's something that's like a big break, and then it almost looks like an overnight success, but it's really not. It's that you just been putting in that work, and then something finally came through. That's what that's giving. Trust your intuition. So maybe there's something about your intuition. Well, I know I was picking up on maybe not telling everyone what you got going on, just kind of just doing something, and like just doing, yeah, not talking about it, just being about it. You're heavy on their mind, so maybe you're heavy on someone's mind, but this is just making me think of like you being on people's minds when they see, like, dang, Pile 3 popping, whoa, they just popping out, and how did they get here? How did they get to this point in their life? Look, come on, I fucking knew it. Protect your energy. The haters are lurking. I'm telling you. I knew it. Delulu is the Salulu, and I feel like that's what you've been doing with like not telling people what you got going on or what's happening or whatever, because you're, I don't know, creating your own narrative and not letting anyone like project onto you and your ideas. 999, endings, beginnings, step into your purpose, closure. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're stepping into a new timeline, and to other people it's going to look like it came out of nowhere, but you had to go through the endings. You had to go through all the things that got you there. Important contract offer. I really feel like this has to do with your career, but this is also giving a relationship, because the main thing that keeps coming to mind is someone popping out they're in this new timeline, and people are just like, how did this happen? Like, pile 3 is engaged. I don't even remember them like posting that they was in a relationship. Pile 3 is a millionaire. I don't even remember them posting about whatever. I don't know. But it's like you're popping out. But I definitely feel like something with a relationship specifically. May. And I feel like I also see some of y'all in this timeline like popping up like with an engagement ring, and people are just kind of like, who the fuck is Pile 3 engaged to? Or like, how did they pull off this contract? Yeah, I feel like it's going to be like it's mysterious. Something about this pile is just very mysterious, where you're going to have people kind of trying to do some type of math, but they don't understand. But yeah, we have May, we have March. So May or March could be significant. March always makes me think of the marching to the beat of your own drum, and that makes me think of like you're going to be in this highest timeline where you are living your most, like living as your most authentic self, and people are going to be trying to do the math with that too. Like, how did Pile 3 create a lifestyle where they're living like this? And then May I makes me think of like the engagement ring, like I was saying. But may I, as in like, may I know what the fuck you got going on? How'd you get here? And then Mirror by Justin Timberlake. Yes, I definitely feel like there's something here with you and someone where y'all are popping out, and people are confused as to how this got to where it is. Are you popping out at like and being like famous or rich or something like that, and people are trying to do the math on how you got from here to here? Okay? So, yeah, I think that's... Actually, I want to pull one more. Yeah, see? Soulmate twin flame. I knew this pod specifically had some... It's a person. It's definitely a person. And then, yeah, look. 444, get organized, focus on your health. So, yeah, some of you guys, this has something to do with, like, your body, too. Home protection. Boundaries. See? Boundaries. So, a lot of people have no idea what's kind of going on behind the scenes, and they're just going to be like, when you're in this new timeline, and some of these things start being revealed, people are going to be so confused on how you got this far. Okay? So that was your reading, pile number 3. If it resonated with you, let me get a let's see. Let's get a fire emoji. Did I say that for the other one? I think I did. So maybe not a fire emoji. Maybe a texting emoji or like a phone emoji or something, because I feel like you're going to be really talking with spirit. And that's really mostly who knows what's going on with you. Not a lot of people know, but spirit knows. Okay? So yes, if you would like to tip me, if you would like to book me for a reading, if you would like to join the Mystic Collective for exclusive pick-a-cards and daily collective readings and other exclusive content, that's below. Also, guys, I'm putting my art back out there. Yeah, I would really appreciate it if you guys supported my art, bought a piece or 2 or 5. So yeah, check out my art. I think I already said all the other stuff. So yes, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.